How you doing, good people? This is the 8-Bit Animal. And, you know, Culture Brain had a lot going on. They spent their time spinning a whole lot of plates. And some of those things worked out well. Some of them just ended up being confusing. For instance, the Super Chinese franchise is actually started life as a game that we know as Kung Fu Heroes, and then it got some sequels and some arcade games and stuff like that, and then it turned into basically an RPG franchise. That RPG franchise, we received it here in the States as Ninja Brothers and Super Ninja Boy. Then on top of that, there were like 5 or 6 games in that franchise that we didn't get here in the States. Then you got today's game, which is a part of, well, it's actually an amalgamation of 2 games in the Hero no Ken series. And it started life as Flying Dragon: The Secret Scroll. Then you got Hero no Ken, and then there was two sequels, and then there's another game, and then another game, and then finally there was a game on the N64, and confusion waves over my face. Well, today's game, while it isn't bad, it's just a combination of that identity crisis, right? So let's go and get into it. Today, we're going to take a look at Flying Warriors. Alright, now Flying Warriors, you start the game playing as a dude named Rick Striker. And Rick Striker is a martial artist who has basically been chosen somehow to help defeat a demon by the name of Demonix or Demonix or however it's pronounced. And he finds an orb after helping an angel, and it's a whole lot going on here. There's some martial arts tournaments, and eventually you can turn into this superhero. Basically, you also have the ability to transform other people into superheroes, other flying warriors, and yeah, it's just a whole lot going on here. A lot of it is side-scrolling action-adventure gaming, but it's just so much happening here that you kind of get lost a little bit. Some of the same control stuff that happens in Flying Dragon happens here, where you can block attacks and stuff like that, and there's like a training mode that kind of teaches you how to do different stuff. And then boss fights are essentially one-on-one fights, kind of like proto Street Fighter type stuff. And so it's a lot happening here. Also, there was another, Culture Brain did some of the fighting stuff here in a game on Super Nintendo called Ultimate Fighter. We'll talk about that one day. It ain't gonna be this year though, because all I'm talking about this year is 8-bit games. But the long and short of it is, you learn how to play this game through constant trial and error, learning how to do different attacks, how to block attacks. A lot of different stuff going on here. You get different techniques and you learn how to use those techniques on your way to tournaments. There are battles in different stages where you move. It's just a lot. It's a lot. It's an action adventure game plus a fighting game, and it all just kind of feels like I said, like it's held together by duct tape and hope. But they wanted to give us both of these games, so they did, and this is what we got. And it's a lot of video game, for better or for worse. Now, if you decide you want to get yourself a copy of Flying Warriors, it's about $45, something like that. $45. Or am I tripping? Hold up. Let me do a little. No, I'm tripping. I'm absolutely tripping. It's about $30. I gave the game way too much money. But yeah, it's not a bad video game, and honestly, this ain't a bad price for it. It's just a lot happening here, and it's the kind of game that just requires a whole lot of patience. And you usually don't hear a game requiring that much patience and it not be a role-playing game. So yeah, another instance of this game just being something different, you know? Yeah. But definitely try before you buy, because this one is a whole lot of video game and it might not be your cup of tea. So yeah, buyer beware and all that. But this has been the 8-Bit Animal, and I'll catch you beautiful people tomorrow. Tomorrow. Now, the part of the movie that everybody remembers is not in this game. The stuff with the X-ray scanners is, though.